There's nothing neo about them. They're the real old Nazis. And the attorneys for the Schroeder Bank, which was one of the chief connecting banking operations, was a law firm in New York, Sullivan and Cromwell, and their leading attorneys who worked with the Nazis was John Foster Dulles and Allen Dulles. John Foster Dulles, Secretary of State under Eisenhower, the guy that brought us the Vietnam War, and Allen Dulles, of course, who was one of the longest-running CIA directors, who then sat on the Warren Commission to determine what happened to John Kennedy. All roads lead back to Sumer. You hear about the Babylonian civilization, the Akkadian civilization, etc., etc. These were nothing more than just de-evolution of the original Sumerian civilization, and I'm not going to bore you with that, although if we could get the graphic back up, you might want to notice that in this ancient stele up here, circled in red, this dates back about 3,000 or 4,000 years before the Bible was ever written down, and it correctly shows the size and placement of the planets in the solar system. How'd they know that? Well, of course, we know how they know that. I'm not going to get into this. This is Sitchin's material. Others are now finding this out. 425,000 years ago, the Anunnaki came to Earth. And we know this because it was written down in ancient tablets that are still in existence. But where are they? Most of them are in Iraq, the one place you can't go. And we'll skim through this. You know, most of you know the story of the Anunnaki, okay, and how that there was wars broke out between them. We also know that they claimed that they took a primitive Earth female, shall we call her Lucy, and they manipulated her DNA, did some genetic engineering, and came up with a worker race, which I think goes far to explain the absence of the missing link. There is no missing link. He had Neanderthal, and then his DNA genetic makeup was tweaked, and then you had Cro-Magnon, modern man. We could go into the similarities of the names and the writings.